Hey everyone, it's Melanie here from Bright House Scents, and I have my vendor wax empties to share with you today. So this is November and December because I didn't share my vendor wax empties at the end of November. So I've just saved everything. But meanwhile, I didn't warm much vendor wax throughout December because for 2 weeks I was sick and couldn't smell anything. And then after that, I had a ton of Scentsy that I wanted to be warming. So I just didn't warm like a ton during December. So there's still a lot of empties here, but like not that many for being 2 months. You know what I mean? So, okay, let's dive in. I've set them up vendor by vendor. So we have Goose Creek. This is Christmas and then Christmas Magic. So these were two like nice nostalgic type Christmas smells, performed super, super well in my open space. With Goose Creek, the wax is super hard. So I just put one of these cubes in my warmers and this will do my whole space. So it was great. I would definitely, from the Christmas scents that I have warmed from Goose Creek, I would definitely repurchase. Okay, waffle cone. This was great. It was bakery. It was bakery goodness. It wasn't too waxy. It's like a vanilla waffle cone bakery. It performed super well for me. I really liked that one. Strawberry sponge cake. Loved, loved, loved it. Oh, it's so good. The strawberry in this is so good because it's almost like a fresh strawberry, but then you do get the cakiness. It's really nice. Yeah, I like that too. It performed well. Now, one of the ones from Goose Creek that I didn't like was called Ooey Gooey Butter Cake. No, I'm not here for this one. This one is like waxy. It does smell kind of butter cakey, but it's like waxy, like fake smelling. Just, it wasn't a good one. And Goose Creek with their bakery can be weird like that. Sometimes I feel like it smells fake and waxy, and this was one of those. So I wouldn't repurchase that one, but all the other ones that I had from Goose Creek, I would repurchase, and I really enjoyed those. Okay, let's get into Kay's Scented Melts. So I went through a bunch of clams. I did Holiday Drive, which is Fraser Fir Espresso and Bake Shop. Oh, this was so good. It was like you got the tree from the Fraser Fir, and then you got the bakery, and I love tree and bakery mixed together. But then you got the coffee, and you would think like maybe those things wouldn't go, but it did go. It was like perfect for a Christmas morning. So I did that on like, I don't know, maybe December 22nd or something in the morning time when I was sipping my coffee and it's like getting close to Christmas. It was really nice. Caramel pecan roll, another clam that I did. Salty caramel, toasted pecans, and roasted marshmallow cream. Loved it. It was like bakery goodness. Country Blessings, fir balsam, cedarwood, whipped cream, and cinnamon. Loved this one too. It turns out like I like fir balsam or like tree mixed with like vanilla cream and cinnamon sugar and like all those kind of bakery smells, but mixed with the tree. I like that. So that was Country Blessings. That was great, performed well. Toasted monkey pie. This was monkey bread, toasted mallow, and coconut cream pie. I didn't get any coconut cream pie from this. I basically got monkey bread, which is like cinnamon sugar bread. I mean, it's everything that I love. Cinnamon sugar bread, like yes, I'm here for it. It was amazing. I would repurchase. Lego My Eggnog, pumpkin pecan waffles, pumpkin caramel, and eggnog. This one was on the lighter side. I could smell it, but it was on the lighter side. Where everything else I warmed in my open space and it performed well. This is one where I would say, I'd have to put this in a smaller space next time. But to be honest, it just didn't stick out to me, so I probably just wouldn't repurchase this one. But I would repurchase all the others, and they perform well in my open space. So that's great. For my vendor wax, I'm only getting like 4 to 6 hours. So when I say it performed well, it means like I got 6 hours. You know, it's not like I didn't get a full day from any of these, but that's standard across almost all my vendor wax. Just because it's bakery, right? And the bakery scents don't perform great. They don't give me longevity in my house. Okay, also from Kay's, I did Tobacco Vanilla. This is the Tom Ford dupe. Oh my gosh. This is so good. I've been doing this in my bedroom and I've been working on it for months. I had a full like 8-ounce bag of these and it is just so good. It is like a perfect dupe for the bedroom. I loved that. I would repurchase. Super strong. So nice. Okay, then I did a custom. This was also an 8-ounce bag. And this was my custom, and I thought that this would be good for like Christmas time. So it's roasted pine cones, sugar frosted plum, and sugared spruce. Yeah, it was a nice Christmas smell, a little bit tree, a little bit of the roasted pine cones. Performed okay, not magnificent, but okay. I did it in my open space and I definitely could smell it. I thought it might be a bit stronger because usually like spruce is pretty strong in my house. It wasn't as strong as I was expecting it to be. That being said, I mean, this isn't that old. I recently ordered from K's and it was in that order. So, you know, I just dove in and started warming everything. And then I did 2 samples, sugar frosted plum on its own, loved it, and pistachio macaroon, loved it, but I love everything pistachio. Okay, let's do Harper James. I did monkey bread, loved it. It's cinnamon sugar bread and it's so good. And then I did it again. So I had 2 bags of it and I warmed it. I did that in my open space. Harper James generally gives me about a medium throw, sometimes a light to medium throw in my open space. So I can smell it, but it doesn't boom. So, and that's the performance that I got. And it was totally fine. I could smell it there. Frosted pumpkins. This is pumpkin spices, honey, maple, vanilla frosting. It was kind of just like pumpkin bakery. I did that one in my open space. It was okay there. Not as good of a performer as I would have wanted it to be. Okay, Grinchmas, Fraser Fir Pine Sugar Cookie Marshmallow Powdered Sugar. This is like kind of like a vanilla bakery kind of pine smell, and it performs very well. I've warmed this one before. This is a repurchase for me. It performs very well in my open space. And I'm using the full bag. There's 6 pieces in here, and I'm using the whole bag when I do that. Okay, in my bedroom, in my open concept, I also did salty strawberry, which was strawberry pound cake, pretzel, caramel, and sugar cookie. You really got the pretzel on this. It was like, I got a hint of strawberry pound cake, but mostly this was pretzel forward, and Harper James pretzel does do really well for me in my open space, so that was a pretty good performer. But I would have liked to get more strawberry pound cake from that. Okay, in my bedroom, for Harper James, I did sweet strawberry cookies, which is strawberry pound cake, pink sugar, and sugar cookie. I love pink sugar everything in my bedroom, and mix in with the strawberry pound cake and the sugar cookie. It was so good. Like I would repurchase this over and over and over again. So when I warm it in my bedroom, I'm only using 3 pieces. So I get 2 warms from this instead of 1. So I warmed it twice and I adored it. Performed great in my bedroom. Then I also did Snowy Nights. This was sandalwood, toasted marshmallow, roasted pine cones, and sugar cookie. To start off, the sandalwood definitely sort of overtook the blend, but then as the sandalwood died down and into day 2 of this one, I got more of the toasted mallow, more of the sugar cookie, and then I really started to enjoy it. But day 1 was just like, I didn't love it. It was sandalwood heavy. But then once that sort of balanced out, then I really enjoyed this one. That was Snowy Nights. I'm not sure if I would repurchase it. Probably I wouldn't. You know, I think there's just other scents that I like better from Harper James. Okay, cool. So, Lavender and Speckles. I only did 2 from Lavender and Speckles, and they're both Christmas tree. So I had a full bag of 6 pieces and then a sample bag of 3 pieces, and I just cranked this in my open space. So I love this scent, but it doesn't perform great, which is why I used a ton of wax. I put this in like so many warmers. It was crazy. But I wanted to get like the full scent because this is roasted pine cones and Palo Santo. And if you know, Lavender and Speckles has the best Palo Santo, and roasted pine cones is so good. This scent is an all-time favorite for me, but it's a light scent if I only have the 6 pieces. So I added the additional 3. I got the performance that I wanted, and it went for about 6 hours, and it was like a nice solid medium plus, which was great. Okay, that's all. Is that all I did from Lavender and Speckles? Yeah, it is. Okay, Zape. I only did 1 from Zape, just 1 clam, and it's called Red Cup Season, and this is Espresso Peppermint Mocha Uggs and Leggings. I don't know what Uggs and Leggings are, but this just smells like a peppermint mocha to the fullest degree. Oh my gosh, this is probably the best scent I've ever smelled from Zape. It performed like a champion, and it was chocolate and peppermint and coffee, and it was amazing. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is my favorite scent from Zape. Okay, so that was the only one from Zape. Then let's go into, what do we have here? Up the Creek Scents. I did deep fried apples. So this was like kind of like apple with like pastry sort of. It was a boomer. This was a 10 out of 10. There was only 4 pieces in this bag. I did the 4 pieces in my open space. This was 10 out of 10. But apple tends to perform really well for me. I mean, but this was a champion. This went for like, I don't know, probably 12 hours, maybe 14 hours. I mean, it just kept going and it was amazing. Also in my open space, I did steak rolls. Again, only 4 pieces. This one probably went for about 8 hours. It was a nice strong throw while it was going, but it probably went for about 8 hours as opposed to, you know, the deep fried apples that went almost all day. And then I had 2 samples, but they were both the same. So warm gingerbread cookies, and I had 2. And there was enough in here that I could do like 2 warmers with this one, 2 warmers with this one. So I did this in my open concept too, and it worked perfectly. This is the kind of gingerbread that I like. It was sweet, it was delicious, it wasn't sharp, it wasn't overly gingery. I loved that. I would repurchase all 3 of those. Okay. Sassy Girl aroma. You know my love for Sassy Girl is so real. And I just didn't warm that much Sassy Girl. And I'm surprised when I was looking at my empties, I'm like, oh my gosh, where's all my Sassy Girl? I just wasn't warming that much of it. I don't know why. Okay, so I did Smurfs in the Kitchen. This is an all-time favorite. See, these are the full brittle bags. Everything that I'm going to talk about here, these are all full brittle bags. So Smurfs in the Kitchen, I did this in my open space. It's blueberry, cookies, Twinkies, birthday cake, vanilla fudge, butter, and marshmallow. It's like blueberry bakery goodness. It performs so well. It was amazing. It was 10 out of 10 for at least 6 hours, and then like maybe 7 out of 10 for like another 4 hours. You know, like that blueberry really hangs on. Okay, we have Christmas pajamas from Sassy Girl aroma, another brittle bag. Okay, this has a ton of scent notes, and I didn't get all these scent notes. So this is vanilla bean, eucalyptus, caramel, red berries, ginger, cinnamon, tonka bean, leather, pine, smoky woods, and cashmere. No, I didn't get all that. I got tree and eucalyptus. And actually, this was not a favorite for me because when the tree is mixed with the eucalyptus, it brings it to like a little sharper, like a little more like woo in your face. It was fine. I liked it just fine, but I wouldn't repurchase this one. It wasn't like one of my loves, but it performed great. Pumpkin lattes, rich milk, creamy butter, coffee, decadent pumpkin, cinnamon and nutmeg, sugared maple and chocolate cream. I loved it. I really get the chocolate cream in this. I do think it leans chocolate. If you don't like chocolate, I would be conscious of that because I did really get that. But I really like that. Beautiful. And I was doing that one in November, like transitioning into like winter, but not quite. You know what I mean? Okay, and the last one I did was zucchini bread. Straight up zucchini bread. Beast of a performer. 10 out of 10 for hours. And it's so rich. It's so great. It's like on those days where I'm warming wax that's just not that strong. And I'm like, I need a strong wax. Zucchini bread always does it for me. So yeah, that was beast. Okay. Then I warmed through a bag. This was from Brandy, from Bars and Bricks with Brandy. She had chopped a candle for me, and it was a gingerbread candle from Bath & Body Works. Now, the label fell off of the bag, so I can't remember what the candle was called. Anyways, this bag, you can see how big it is. I mean, like, it's bigger than my head. This was loaded full of wax. I've been using this for months, and the gingerbread in this is so good. It's like, it's not sharp. It's not too much ginger. Like, I don't like gingerbread. Like, I want sweet, sugary, creamy gingerbread, you know? Anyway, I loved this, but I don't know what the name of the candle is. So, Brandy, if you're watching, can you put the name of the candle in the comments for me? Because I need to repurchase it. And I valued so much she chopped the candle for me. Do you know how much wax you get from a chopped candle? Why aren't we doing more of this? I don't hear a lot of people talking about chopping their candles, but it's like, I can't tell you how many worms I got out of that. Like, so many, because it's just so much wax to chop a candle. I need to get into it. I say it and I never do it because it's work to chop a candle, you know? But I need to get back into that. Anyway, I love that with everything. It was great. Okay, now Rose Girls. That is the vendor that I was focused on the most. And the reason being is I don't like to let Rose Girls sit for too long because I find the bakery scents, they don't really cure with time. They don't perform better than whatever they smell like in the bag is what I generally find with Rose Girls. So yeah, when I get it, I like to warm it. So I warmed a ton of Rose Girls. Okay, so let's start with the full-size mini melter baggies. So these are the full-size bags. So I did the Almost Perfect Christmas, which is cinnamon sugar, toasted marshmallow, and pine. This is everything. Cinnamon sugar pine, delicious, so good. Baby Park pumpkin pie churros, powdered donuts, vanilla bean, oat milk glaze. Loved it. That pumpkin pie churros is everything. Apple fritter. Oh, just straight up apple fritter. Her apple fritter oil is so good. I loved it. Princess Peach pecan pie. These are all my open space, by the way. I'm doing all these in the open space. I'm getting anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, and I will note if I got longer than that. Princess Peach pecan pie, this was amazing. Pie crust, toasted cinnamon oats, warm apple butter, vanilla bean, candied pecans, and simmering peaches. And the peach in this was great because peach can go weird for me. This peach was excellent. Okay, moon watching at the Banshee Boardwalk. Oh, I did this one in my bedroom. This was a champion performer. Beach nights, BBW type, sea salt, sweet lavender, pink sugar, peppermint, and birthday cake. The peppermint was pretty strong. So right out of the gate, you're getting peppermint and it's going pretty strong. But then it does die down. That's when the lavender starts to come through and the beach nights and you're getting some of the pink sugar and it becomes very balanced. But I would say on day 2, it becomes balanced. On day 1, this is like really peppermint forward. Anyway, I warmed this in my bedroom, so I got several warms from it. It was really nice. Witches Get Stitches, blueberry cheesecake, waffle cone, and donut holes. I did get a bit of the cheesecake and the waffle cone-ish, but for the most part, this was just blueberry. Like it was blueberry forward for sure, which I personally love, and it performed great. Mario's Home for the Holidays. This is one of my all-time faves from Rose Girl. It's Christmas Wish, Oh Christmas Treat, toasted marshmallow, royal sugar cookie, and vanilla bean Noel. And it's just like a tree scent, but the tree to me is not too sharp and it's balanced really well with like a bit of the bakery, and it's a really nice performer too. It's fall in Cookie Land. Pumpkin pie, apple fritter, eggnog, falling leaves, toffee, butterscotch, pretzels, confetti cake, cookie, and a pinch of smoked cedar. I don't think this is a pinch of smoked cedar. This was full on for me. Let me just re-smell it. Yeah, this was full on smoked cedar for me. It was like, I wanted to get pumpkin pie and apple fritter and all those good bakery things. And I did get those things, but I would say this was like more smoked cedar than not. So I probably wouldn't repurchase that one. Koopa's Christmas Carols. Oh, this performed great. Soft pine, sugar cookies, snow powder, mint, and campfire marshmallows. The sugar cookies with the soft pine with the mint. This is like a perfect Christmas smell. Thank you, Mario, but our princess is in another castle. Red apples, clove, crushed cinnamon, sugar, graham crackers, and vanilla cake pops. So for me, I probably wouldn't repurchase this one because it was more like apple clove than it was bakery, and I thought it would lean a little bit more bakery, but it was kind of less bakery. And because there's so many other bakery ones that I really like, I'm like, meh, I don't need that one again. But I liked it just fine, but like it wasn't a love. Apple pecan swirl pancakes, apple fritter, warm pecan pie, and fluffy pancakes. This was great, but it didn't perform great for me. I only got like 2.5 hours out of this warm, but while it was going, it was magnificent. But it was just like, I usually with Rose Girls, like 4 hours is my thing with Rose Girls. I don't often get too much more than that. And this one didn't make it to the 4-hour mark. So I'm like, probably not going to repurchase that one. Boo's Cozy Halloween Party. Apple fritter. Do you see apple fritter in like so many of these? Apple fritter, bear claws, pumpkin crunch cake, and pumpkin chai lattes. This was okay. There's other apple fritter scents from Rose Girls that I like so much better, so I wouldn't repurchase it, but like it was fine, you know, but it wasn't a great performer, and it was like, it wasn't my favorite. Mario at the Circus, Macintosh Madness, blueberry muffin, vanilla ice cream, ooey gooey caramel, funnel cake, cotton candy frosting. This was amazing. The blueberry muffin and the Macintosh apples, you're really getting those two things. That's kind of what hung on more so than like the funnel cake. I mean, did I even get funnel cake? I don't really know. You know, like there was a little bit of that, but mostly this was apples and blueberries. It was still super nice. I would have liked to get a little more bakery from that. Okay, so those are the full bags of Rose Girls. I've been going so hard on Rose Girls. Okay, then I have a ton of like sample bags, but they're still like fairly large size. Like there was enough samples in these that I could do a reasonable space. So these ones, none of these were in my open space. These would have been done in like my basement, my studio, my office. So smaller spaces, but I did get good performance, but they were all in smaller spaces. Cotton candy frappe, cotton candy frosting, marshmallow smoothie, and espresso. Rose Girl's espresso is strong. So if it has espresso in it, you're gonna smell it. I didn't get much cotton candy from this. To me, that was espresso. Fireside chai, marshmallow fireside, BBW type and spice vanilla chai. Not for me. I didn't love it that much. Hot shot, French vanilla latte, espresso beans and cookie butter. I only got espresso beans from that. Snickerdoodle apple pie cookies, Snickerdoodle cookies and hot apple pie. This one was good, but I don't know. I think I don't like Snickerdoodle cookies that much. I find that there's something almost stale about that scent, and I don't know why that is. So it was okay. It wasn't a love. Oatmeal cafe con leche, vanilla frosted oatmeal cookies, espresso, and French vanilla latte. With the espresso in this, you did get it, but I also did get the oatmeal cookies, so that was kind of nice, and it performed well. Holiday hangover at the castle and absolute coffee. Eggnog, apple fritter, royal sugar cookie, whipped cream, and absolute coffee. I mean, it's coffee. That's what you're getting from that. You're getting coffee with a hint of bakery. Cardigan, apple clove butter, vanilla pumpkin marshmallow, glazed donuts from your local Quick Trip. So I got apple clove butter from this. It performed okay. I did this one in my basement. I would say I probably wouldn't repurchase it. I didn't love it. Snickerdoodle zucchini cappuccino, Snickerdoodle cookie dough, baked zucchini bread and cappuccino. I mostly just got the baked zucchini bread from that. Wake and bake and drink lattes with Tiffany's, cupcakes at Tiffany's, espresso, and secret bakery blend. This one was great. The cupcakes at Tiffany's really came through with the espresso. And the last one is Blueberry Pumpkin Patch Vanilla Noel, Blueberry Pumpkin Patch, Vanilla Wafers, and Vanilla Bean Noel. And the blueberry was a champion in this one and performed great. I did this one in my basement and it filled the space for the entire day. That's it. Those are my vendor wax empties. Not that much, you know? And I mean, like, it's still a lot, but not that much for me and how much normally I would warm. So anyways, let's talk about vendor wax for a minute. What's your plan? Who are you buying from? What are some of the vendors that are on your list for 2025? For me this year, my goal is to order from vendors that I haven't tried yet that are on my list. So not that I won't purchase from vendors I've already purchased from, I probably will, but I'm going to consciously be thinking about, you know, vendors that I haven't purchased from yet, putting those at the top of the list, double checking when they're going to be having pre-orders, RTS, that type of thing, so that I can get a few orders from some of the vendors that I've been wanting to try. Because I have a list of like 20 vendors because I watch all the videos. I watch all the videos and there's forever somebody talking about a new vendor and I'm like, oh my gosh, this sounds great. This scent sounds amazing. I bet that's going to be wonderful, right? So then I just add them to my list in my phone and I have like 20 vendors on there. So I want to like check off maybe 4 or 5 vendors this year to try something new. So anyway, what's your plan? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for tuning in and I'll catch you guys in the next one.